Well, not long to go now until Warren Gatland selects his squad to head down under, and the Lions to take on Australia. Went down there in 2001, and we were oh so close that time around. Wince, do you think it's going to be? Do you think it's be just as tight this time?
Yes, I do. I think it's going to be tougher than people expect. You know, probably 6-12 months ago, everybody thought that a Lions win down there was really a certainty, but I think things have changed. The Australians look to have a pretty competitive side, and the Lions, you know, whereas some of the players that you would expect to go sort of even probably 3 months ago are now going to have a hard time to get selected. So it's going to be a tough tour. You know, every Lions tour is tough, and this is going to be no different.
Mike, with the way the Six Nations panned out this time around, and England getting absolutely thumped in that Grand Slam decider, if you like, down at the Millennium Stadium, do you feel there's going to be too many Englishmen in that squad, or do you think it's going to be made up mainly of Welsh and Irish?
I think the way England started, we were looking at there's going to be a lot of Englishmen there, but I think after that it was the writing was on the wall. But that was just one game. I think the players, the conditions down there, top of ground, I think there are going to be a few more English boys hopefully selected, and you know, we'll see what happens.
And you guys are going to be taking part in a charity bike ride. We're going to talk about that in a moment. But these guys are doing something a little bit more difficult, I think, than the trek between Melbourne and Sydney on some bikes. Ibby, you're going to go to the South Pole and do the Walking with the Wounded tour down there with Prince Harry.
Yeah, indeed. We've just gone through our own selection process, and I can understand how some of the sort of potential Lions players are just feeling, you know, pre-selection. We were given the information about a month ago that we were selected to head to the South Pole. It's the Walking with the Wounded South Pole Allied Challenge. 330 kilometres across the ice, pulling approximately 70-80 kilograms behind us, so man holding all the way. Hopefully Prince Harry won't be adding to my weight. So yeah, it's a spectacular challenge, but it's for the right reasons. And these gentlemen have been kind enough to assist with raising funds for what Walking with the Wounded does. And of course, it raises the profile of everything that's going on. Andrew, just tell us a little bit about the charity, because I mean, everyone that knows rugby will know that you guys have been very much involved with rugby over the years, and kind of there's a nice symbiosis going on, isn't there?
There is, and the charity's been going for just over 3 years, and ostensibly the charity was founded to support a career transition from the military to civilian employment. You know, there's a lot of fantastic military charities out there focusing a lot on the sort of the short-term rehabilitation of our wounded who are currently leaving the military. The parameters of Walking with the Wounded is very much to look after the current service leavers as well as veterans. So, you know, we work with those that have been physically or mentally injured as a result of Falklands, Gulf 1 and 2, Bosnia, Balkans, etc. So, you know, we're there to raise money to essentially finance the reskilling, retraining, re-educating of wounded servicemen and women to ensure that they can have the skills and qualifications required for them to get jobs on Civvy Street when they leave the military, and therefore give them the ability to empower themselves to support them and their families in the long term.
So there's huge central projects like the one that you're going to be undertaking, and then there's the one that the Lions are undertaking, or ex-Lions, and it's quite a motley crew going. Just tell us a little bit about thinking about.
It doesn't seem quite easy.
Exactly.
There's no pressure.
There's no pressure, but I mean, you know.
You're pulling 80 pounds as well, aren't you?
Yeah. Well, I won't tell you where. Yeah, it wins. No, it's the same thing, but obviously, and for our charity, coupled with that, we're looking after our former comrades for the Lions Trust. It's nowhere near, though, obviously as serious as you guys, but hopefully we'll get through it and make it an enjoyable trip. Yeah, you're doing that between the Melbourne and the Sydney tests. When it's what is it, 1000k in best part of 7 days. It's 100 miles. It's no small task. This, I mean. No,
it's 100 miles a day for the first six days and 50 odd for the final day into Sydney. Yeah, and one of the problems actually is the fact that it's in their winter. So we are weather dependent. Hopefully it's going to be nice, and we'll have a nice day's ride. But it could the weather could turn nasty, but and also but also what we're looking to do is we're trying to set a world record in Melbourne when we're coming out of Melbourne for the number of people in a bike bus, which is I think is about 700, and we're hoping to break that coming out of Melbourne, and then we're going to break the record when we get to Sydney. So we'll see. All that, and then see the Lions win. It could all work out well.
It won't get much better than that.
Fantastic, boys. Thanks very much, and best of luck in all the crusades that you guys are taking upon yourselves.
Thanks very much. Thanks.